Hey everyone, welcome back to Ganai's Football News. And we are kicking things off with the biggest game of the Premier League season so far, Manchester City versus Arsenal on Sunday. This one is absolutely massive, and the stakes couldn't be higher. ESPN is reporting that Pep Guardiola has come out and said, in pretty blunt terms, that if Manchester City fall to Arsenal this weekend, the title race is essentially done and dusted. That is a remarkably candid admission from a manager who's usually very measured with his words. It tells you everything about just how crucial this fixture is, not just for bragging rights, but for the destiny of the Premier League trophy. And on the other side of the touchline, Mikel Arteta is firing back with full confidence. According to ESPN, the Arsenal boss has made it crystal clear that his team are traveling to the Etihad with one goal: to win. No sitting back, no parking the bus. Arsenal are going there to take all 3 points. That's the mentality of a team that believes this is their year. ESPN's coverage of the title race also highlights just what is at stake in this showdown. It really could be the defining moment of the entire 2025-26 season. Whoever comes out on top on Sunday will have a massive psychological and points-based advantage heading into the final stretch of the campaign. One major talking point, though: Bukayo Saka will not be on the pitch. ESPN confirms the England winger is out of the squad, which is a significant blow for Arsenal. Saka has been one of their most dangerous attackers all season, so his absence will definitely be felt. But Arteta is unfazed, and Arsenal fans seem to be backing their manager's bold approach. Sunday cannot come soon enough. From one massive Premier League storyline to another, and this one is a crisis unfolding in real time at Old Trafford. Manchester United are heading into their match at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea in absolutely dire defensive straits. The Athletic is reporting that Leny Yoro has picked up an injury, and he now joins Harry Maguire, Lisandro Martinez, and Matthijs de Ligt on the treatment table. That is 4 senior center-backs unavailable for one match. 4. For a club the size of Manchester United, that is an almost unbelievable situation to find themselves in. And it gets worse. ESPN is also reporting that manager Mikel Arteta, who's been at the helm for United, is absolutely furious about the refereeing decisions that contributed to both Maguire and Martinez picking up their suspensions or injuries. He's described himself as massively disappointed with how officials have handled certain situations, which tells you the mood around the club right now is not great. So United are walking into Chelsea's home ground, Stamford Bridge, with a makeshift defensive setup and a mountain to climb. Chelsea will fancy their chances here, and who could blame them? This is the kind of match that could define where United end up in the table come the end of the season. It's crisis management time at Old Trafford, and all eyes will be on who Carrick can actually put on that pitch in central defense on Saturday. Alright, let's shift gears and get into the transfer gossip, because this one is a name you're going to be hearing a lot more of in the coming months: Archie Gray. ESPN's Transfer Talk is reporting that the young Tottenham Hotspur midfielder is firmly on the radar of not one, but 2 European giants, Liverpool and Bayern Munich. Both clubs are said to be seriously considering making a move for Gray in the summer transfer window. Now, if you haven't been watching Archie Gray closely, this is your reminder to start. He's a composed, technically gifted midfielder who can operate in multiple positions. And at his age, the ceiling is enormous. It's no surprise that clubs of Liverpool and Bayern's stature are sniffing around. For Tottenham, this will be a real dilemma. Losing Gray would be a significant blow if they've been building their midfield around him. But the kind of money that Bayern or Liverpool could put on the table is hard for any club to turn down. As always in football, every player has his price. This one is definitely one to keep your eyes on as we move into the summer window. Will he stay in North London, head to Merseyside, or make the move to the Bundesliga? Things could get very interesting very quickly. Next up, some managerial news from the South Coast. Bournemouth are on the verge of appointing a new head coach, and according to ESPN's sources, that man is Marco Rose. This comes following the departure of Andoni Iraola, who did a remarkable job at the Vitality Stadium and earned a move to a bigger club. Replacing a manager of that quality is never easy, but Bournemouth appear to have made their decision, and Rose is reportedly very close to being confirmed. Rose is an experienced European coach, having managed in Germany with clubs like Borussia Mönchengladbach and Borussia Dortmund, as well as time in the Austrian and Swiss leagues. He knows how to build a cohesive team and has a clear attacking philosophy, which should suit Bournemouth's style. For a club that has genuinely punched above its weight in recent Premier League seasons, continuity and smart appointments have been key. This feels like another calculated move from Bournemouth's board. If Rose hits the ground running, the Cherries could be a dangerous proposition again next season. We'll keep you posted as the official announcement comes through. Now, we've all got opinions on this, and ESPN has gone ahead and put theirs in writing. With just over a month left in the 2025-26 Premier League season, they've released their ranking of the top 50 players in England's top flight right now. ESPN has done a deep dive across all 20 clubs, from Liverpool and Arsenal to Manchester United and Chelsea, to assess who has been the most impactful performer this season. And with the title race, European spots, and relegation battles all coming to a head, timing this kind of list couldn't be more spicy. Now, the full details of who made the cut and who topped the list are over on ESPN's website. And honestly, it's worth checking out because there will be some choices in there that get fans absolutely fired up. Whether your favorite made the grade, got snubbed, or ended up ranked lower than you think they deserve, lists like this are always guaranteed to spark debate. What we can say is that with Liverpool, Arsenal, and City all having standout performers this season, the top of that list is going to be fiercely contested. Head to ESPN's website for the full breakdown. We'll drop the link in the description below. This next story is one that I think a lot of people in the football world will find both surprising and concerning. Ashley Cole, one of the greatest left-backs England has ever produced, has spoken out about his coaching journey, and it's a pretty eye-opening account. According to ESPN, Cole has admitted he felt genuinely discouraged by the lack of managerial opportunities available to him in England. Despite his incredible playing career and his work building his coaching credentials, the doors simply weren't opening for him back home. He's now been given an opportunity by Italian Serie B side Cesena, and Cole has called it a massive leap of faith on their part, and he appears genuinely grateful for the chance to prove himself at senior managerial level. It says a lot about the man that he was willing to go abroad and take on a challenging role rather than wait around for England to give him a shot. This raises a much bigger conversation about whether England does enough to give its legendary former players a genuine pathway into management. Cole is far from the first black former player to raise concerns about the lack of opportunity, and it's a debate that English football absolutely needs to keep having. Credit to Cole for speaking up, and we wish him all the best at Cesena. And before we wrap up, a quick but important update from Anfield. Liverpool manager Arne Slot has addressed the situation surrounding striker Hugo Ekitike, who has suffered what ESPN describes as a devastating Achilles injury. Slot has been very open about how significant this blow is. Achilles injuries are notoriously long recovery processes, and for a player like Ekitike, who's been making real strides at Liverpool, the timing is brutal. However, the Liverpool boss has also been keen to strike a positive note, backing his striker publicly and expressing confidence that Ekitike will come back from this stronger than ever. That kind of public support from a manager means a lot for a player going through a serious rehabilitation process. Liverpool will now need to reassess their attacking resources heading into the final stretch of the season and the summer window. This could even have implications for how they approach transfer business. Get well soon to Ekitike. Achilles injuries are no joke, and we hope to see him back on the pitch very soon. And that is going to do it for today's edition of Ghanai's Football News. What a packed weekend we have ahead. City versus Arsenal, Chelsea versus United, Copa del Rey action in Spain. Football doesn't get much better than this. If you enjoyed today's video, do us a huge favor and smash that like button. Drop a comment with your score prediction for City versus Arsenal, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss a single update. We'll see you in the next one.